Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flight Sim Expo 2019. Everyone get their change of shirt yet? You know, it's been amazing to read the reactions to that trailer. Some of you even raged at the thought of loot boxes coming into your sim. It's not going to happen, I promise, and definitely not from us. Some of you may know me as OMG Edson on the SkyLounge.tv. Starting that community introduced me to some amazing people and some really, really talented ones as well. My fellow co-hosts, Mr. Spark Smudge, Flight Simmer, and, well, an amazing community of people that enjoy flight sim as entertainment. Good ideas can be executed pretty well by one person, but when you put a good idea in the hands of a great team, that good idea becomes a great one. I'm really excited today to introduce a new venture we call Parallel 42. Alongside my business partners, Mr. Kevin Maynard, Mr. Landon Waif, and Mr. Jeff Merver, we're set to bring you something really different. One of the main things we do on the lounge is to create the perception of purpose. From the start of the show, we sell viewers on the thought of doing something cool, whether that's hauling FedEx cargo boxes somewhere or taking vacationers to an exotic island. Creating that purpose is an elaborate effort, though. Figuring out where you're going to fly, what departure airport, what arrival, what's going to look good, what's going to feel amazing. It's a lot of effort and a lot of time planning. That changes today. Introducing the Sky Park. The Sky Park is a living playground. You travel the world working a dynamic job market based on real-world supply and demand. We're taking real-world data and putting it into the living simulator. The Sky Park is the most intelligent, the most dynamic, and the most diverse platform for the gamification of flight simulation. The Sky Park blends object persistence, true persistence, virtual characters, in a dynamic world built by you. You utilize your custom aircraft, your custom scenery collections to reignite your passion of flight. Your only job is to fly. Flight sim can be dull without the feeling of purpose. Even the most adventurous simmers can give in to flying the same old route. I'm sure many of you are familiar with Los Angeles to Las Vegas and flying back and forth there, right? So what we're setting out to do is to really give you the imagination portion with the Sky Park. We've got live dispatch. Over 1,500 unique adventures daily being fed into the system. Point-to-point, multi-segment, we cover it all. You even see on the bottom row some multi-segment and some that'll require what we call multi-aircraft. When you get a flight plan out of the international airport that can, take a 787 into a small regional, think outside the box. You can land, unload, and take a smaller aircraft to finish that delivery. And of course, an economy, because nothing's fun without an economy. In the lower right-hand corner, you see what we call bucks, skybucks, bucks for short. Color-coded expiration dates in the lower left-hand corner that go yellow as the delivery window comes up, and then they turn red. The green cards indicate flights that you've already bid on and reserved. You can fly direct, or you can use the advanced EFB routing, whether that be SimBrief or Avalosoft EFB, Little Nav Map, Plan G, and more. Basically, if it can spit out a PLN file, we read it into our system automatically, no effort from you. Advanced filtering. You can filter by country, by continent, by airport codes, runway lengths, flight distances. We even put one in that'll let you filter for max profit. But everyone does that. that's not advanced at all. So what makes the Sky Park advanced? Prefer custom scenery. You'll be able to take full advantage of your library. Everything from your custom freeware sceneries to your custom payware sceneries. And if all you've got is Orbex Global and their glorious freeware pack, you've got thousands of undiscovered airports in your simulator today that can give you maximum sky candy. You get it? Sky candy, eye candy. If you look closely, you'll notice a couple of them in blue. Those are the ones that are indicating that's a custom scenery. True object persistence. The box. You know, this box for us is a symbol. The box can literally be anything. The box can be a barrel. The box can be a pallet of boxes. It can be suitcases, even a duffel bag. But better yet, it does that in your simulator. With our technology, we're able to live stream objects into your simulator so that you see them outside of your plane. You see them in your world. You might lose that box. You might load that box. You might drop it. You might find one that somebody else lost. Who knows? You might even get it stolen if you drop it off at the wrong place. Better yet, everyone else on the Sky Park sees those objects as well. The possibilities are now endless. Welcome to true persistence in a real dynamic world. Multiplayer independent. The Sky Park functions as a layer above all the other multiplayer networks. Flights, FS Cloud, Project Fly, JoinFS, VATSIM, no effect on connected flyers. You can now bring purpose to all your flights without disrupting anyone else. Remember the advanced flight plan feature? So if you are flying on Project Fly, you can take that advanced flight plan and now give yourself some purpose. Interactive characters and agencies. This is the very heart and soul. That's the boss. Her name is Ivana Fly. She's a dispatcher. She'll have some days off every now and then where you might hear a guest voice. She's always positive, but all business. And she does track reliability. So don't cancel too many jobs and don't run late too many times. The better you are as a responsible pilot, the more jobs you'll be able to reserve. That's the load master. That's your guy in back. He flies with you everywhere. He's with you around the world. He loads and unloads your plane. He might even critique your landing. He's a grumpy old guy, but he gets the job done. Now, what's cool about these characters are you've got audio cues in the sim, recorded by true voice talent. You've got visual cues in the sim, and you also have transcripts as well through a brand new overlay system. You've never seen anything like it, I promise. Clear Sky Logistics is who you work for as a pilot. They manage all the global contracts. We're starting off with, I want to say, about 15 or 20. Lots of great jobs, a variety of pay scales. And as things progress, you may get a memo indicating that we signed a new contract into the network, and it might be a well-paying one. So as you browse those jobs, you want to look out for that. We're always adding more. But for now, cargo operations, medical flights, search and rescue. You'll be hunting for objects that are in your simulator, finding them, and bringing them with a timer back to a rescue point. And for our special friends at HeliSimmer, of course, helicopter ops. Our ability to put an object anywhere in the world means your planes might not be able to land there. It could be a golf course. It could be a beach. This is today, and now a preview of the future. The Alliance of Airlines. It's like a VA, but not. It's in early test phase with passenger flights and real-world routes, but this is classified, and I'll get in trouble if I keep it up too long. FS Elite's going to try and grab this scoop, so we'll change up. The future of flight logging, really, really exciting. Today, it's a block of text that looks like some kind of a financial spreadsheet. Tomorrow, it's visual. The end of raw data dumps signifying a memory for you, an adventure, an incredible flight. We're adding imagery to your flight logs. Focusing on quality over quantity, you'll have 12 frames, just like a real camera, to document that flight. So make each shot count. With all these features, you're probably wondering, man, I need to get another screen. Good thing Apple just revealed a $5,000 display, right? Did you hear? $6,000 if you actually want to put it on your desk with a stand. Close the browser, don't worry about it. Introducing the SkyPad. The SkyPad is your lifeline on the Sky Park. Everything you do is managed through this SkyPad in its virtual form and in real-world form. Unfortunately, I can't unlock this one, but I do know who can. I'm happy to introduce to the stage our creative director, Mr. Kevin Menard.
All right. Welcome, Orlando. How you guys doing? Good. I'm super excited to present to you the user interface that we've... Hi, microphone. The user interface that we came up with for the Sky Park. So when Edson came to me and approached me with the concept of the Sky Park, it got me wondering what it would look like, how it would feel like, and how can we integrate those features in a user interface that looks like something similar, familiar, something intuitive, easy to use, and something that would fit right at home inside of a cockpit. So the choice of a virtual tablet was obvious. We're all kind of used to it. This one, we call it a SkyPad. It has a lock screen, a home screen, it has icons, just like a real tablet, and it contains the applications that you'll use in the Sky Park. When you unlock it, you see at the top, you have the agency. Eventually, you have the agencies of airline too. And you have 6 applications that you can use. The first one at the top left is the job application. When you open the job application, you can pick your flights visually. You have a map, you have lines on that map. You can scroll around, pan around, zoom, click, tap, all you want. Find something that's interesting for you. You can also go into details if you want to know what exactly you're carrying, along with some airport information that's tailored to your simulator about the runway lengths and surface and everything. When you find a job you like, you press request, and it's yours. It turns green. SkyPad is also aware of the scenery you have installed. We see here the filters that Edson alluded earlier. Every day we find hidden gems in our simulators using those filters, places that we never fly usually. You can request multiple jobs as well. It's not just restricted to one, but it's all dependent on your reliability. If you're not reliable, Ivana will limit you to a few jobs only until you prove otherwise. When you're ready to make a flight, you press Let's Go. That'll bring you to the second application. We call it Yo Flight. Why, you might ask? Because that's where you manage your flight, that's where you load your flight, that's where you track your flight. And by the way, that's the real reason why we call it that way. That's how we came up with it. When you're directed to the application, you're presented with a list of all the flights that you requested and an option to fly direct, or we can bind flight plans that you have in your folder to the flights that you have. When you tap on that flight, very simple, it opens up on the map and you can follow your route. I don't know if it's clear on the projection, but there are some indicators on the map. Those are your custom airports. So if you're ever running out of fuel during a flight, simply look at the map. One of those blimp is an interesting place you can look at. There is a timeline at the bottom, estimated time and route, as well as the distance to those waypoints. At any time, you can go back, obviously, and change flight plan. It's very, very lively. All right, let's go and see in the sim what's happening in the sim at that point. We've requested a job. We're ready to go. At the top of the list in your flight, you'll see a Manage Load button. That will bring you to the Manifest application. The Manifest app is where you'll manage your load inside of your aircraft. That's where you can load, unload, or catch it from the warehouse. We see right now there's a Bring It button. When you tap on it, the box will appear inside of your simulator. And once you're ready to load it, simply press Load. And then it's inside of your plane and you're ready to go. You might go back to the home screen then and be like, okay, well, that's a cool concept. That's it. No, there's more than that. We have the Skyblog application. Edson talked earlier about taking pictures as a mean of reliving your experiences. We've built something that's very reminiscent of social medias. You have a timeline, you have events of what happens, and you can also take pictures in line in that timeline. There's a plethora of data that we have in there as well. You can take pictures. It's as easy as pressing a button. We have a control assignment in the sim as well, so you don't have to physically tap on that button to take a screenshot. An interesting thing that we did during testing is that Langdon is actually, one of our members, is located in Australia. And he was connected on my account, and he took a screenshot of my sim from Australia. And he saw it developed on his SkyPad. That's absolutely amazing. So again, we have climb altitude, descent, we have engine state, we have landing data, including G-forces, airtime, feet per minute, wind direction. Those glorious pictures in line, along with those locations as well, the coordinates. So if you want to go back to that place, you have somewhere to store it. Taxi information, we got weather updates, very detailed weather updates. We have detection for slew as well. If you cheat, we'll let you know. And obviously, the inevitable end, when the sim crashes, you'll know as well. Finally, Edson mentioned the economy earlier. We have the bank application. The bank app will allow you to track your ins and outs in your bank account. We see here Bob Air Repair. There is a maintenance fee at the end of every month. Depending on how hard you land, that might go up. The list you see on the left is kind of an indication of where we're going with this. Those buttons are disabled, but imagination is fertile. So those are the big features in SkyOS, running on the SkyPad. The possibilities are endless. We have the 5 apps, the five big apps here, and there'll be more to come in the future. SkyPad is only one part of the system, though. Second part is the transponder. Transponder is what's running on your sim computer, on your sim PC. That's responsible for sending aircraft data, scenery data, as well as flight plans, and also skyblogs. It lives independently because the SkyPad runs SkyOS on it, and SkyOS is essentially a web-based platform, meaning you can bring it anywhere you want on a browser, any modern browser. You can scroll through your flight, track your flight, even access your custom scenery from anywhere. That includes in the bathroom. Shout out to Callum, who sent me that picture without knowing what I was going to do with it. Or in your Tesla. Tesla has a very nice browser in the Model 3 right now. You can just open it and browse through your jobs in your custom airports while the car drives itself. This is me, literally yesterday, buying an iPad at Best Buy and setting it up on the spot. Literally took 3 minutes. This is really only the tip of the iceberg. The amount of ideas that we have is just overflowing. We just don't have time to put it all up right now. A lot of things to come. I can't wait to see the adventures you guys come up with. And on that note, back to Edson.
Hope you're excited. We are. This is something fresh. You know, the economy is cool. It's going to allow for a lot of growth. As you can imagine, when an economy is new in any game or ecosystem like this, it's about gains at first. So don't expect you know, to go broke easily. That's not something we're building in. We actually want pilots to go out and build a lump sum of money first, and then we'll slowly start to introduce those losses to the profits. Let your imaginations run wild as well with the virtual objects concept, right? The ability for you to collect this virtual currency, the ability for us to insert virtual objects into the world. How many of you have played Monopoly, right? So it's really, really, really exciting, and this really is just the tip of the iceberg. Well, you probably have two questions now. That's when and where. I can answer the when. We're looking at summer 2019 for release. So we're really excited. We're at the final stages here of testing, and we do want to open it up to more people. So if you are what we call a simfluencer, please do feel free to reach out to us, and we'd love to put a copy into your hands, get some feedback going through your viewers, through yourself as well, and we'll make that happen. And for the where, I'm very excited for this moment to welcome to the stage a special guest, Mr. John Venema, CEO, Orbex Simulation Systems.
All right, Parallel 42. Give it up for these guys. That's some great tech. I've been on the periphery of this project for quite some time, and I'm just absolutely thrilled what these guys have produced. And what you're really seeing, as I say, is the tip of the iceberg. But think about all the airports. You know, Orbix spends 1,000 hours, a year or more, sometimes creating these incredible destinations. And with the pay where option button inside of the Sky Park, those airports that you may have visited, you know, with enthusiasm when you first bought them, once, twice, a dozen times, they're all coming back to life again because they'll be part of the ecosystem of Sky Park, and you'll be able to get missions to all that software that you've invested to, and these airports will come alive again. So we've really embraced this technology. I think it's a great, great innovation, and it brings a whole new life and gamification to flight simulation. And you know, for Orbix, it's a first for us as well. We're introducing a third-party developer into our infrastructure, and I'm pleased to say that that Sky Park will be exclusively available at Orbix Direct, and it'll be basically a one-click operation. The integration has already been done. We're ready to go live with this pretty soon. We're pretty excited about it. And we're looking forward to really seeing how this takes off, to see other developers also embrace the Sky Park and take advantage of just adding a whole new life to the simming experience. So congratulations, Edson and co, and I really wish you all the best with this. Thank you very much.
How much? So we're going to deal with Australian dollars here. We're looking at $14.95. It is a monthly subscription model. It is a constantly evolving ecosystem with handmade missions into this all of the time. I mean, you're going to have handcrafted missions, you're going to have system-generated missions, you're going to have intelligent missions built around your flying style. If we notice you like an area, you may get an influx of, you know, adventures in that area. You may have Ivana say, I notice you're flying in that area a lot. How about branching out? So think about the ability to really explore the world here. We're really, really excited to show you now a very special video. This done by a very good friend of mine, Mr. Osflight Simmer. It'll give you a full walkthrough of what this actually feels like to use. Enjoy.
Hey, I'm Ivana Fly, a dispatcher here on the Sky Park. Welcome, newbie. I'm so excited you're flying with us. I've asked my trusty pal Shane, one of our best pilots, to show you the ropes. You'll be a pro in no time. See you soon.
Well, hello there. Welcome to the Sky Park. Ivana Fly asked me to join you on your first flight today. She said I may need to babysit a new recruit. Well, I guess that's you. My name is Shane, but my friends call me Oz. Around here we use the SkyPad to organise all our flights. So I'll make a deal with you. You do all the flying and I'll manage the SkyPad. I just hope you can fly as good as that haircut of yours. You can find the SkyPad in a few different ways. Because you're a new recruit, we'll keep things simple. This time we are going to open it from the Add-ons tab within the sim. The SkyPad has 6 pre-installed apps: Jobs, YoFlight, Manifest, Bank, Skyblogs, and Settings. But please don't mess around with my settings because I've just got them just the way I like them. Now let's find out what flying adventures we will have today by clicking on the Jobs app. There is many adventures waiting for you all over the globe. You can move the map around to find something that spikes your interest. For more details, just click on the blue route. You can also pick a flight from the flight tabs at the bottom, and the app will take you to the location on the map. But today we're going to search for something a little close to home here, departing from Bathurst. You can search for many different adventures with search filters, such as preferred custom sceneries. Let's face it, some airports are better than others, as well as aircraft size, countries which you can toggle all off and select your favourite. Even the Land Down Under has made an appearance. It also has the options to search for the departing and arriving OKAs, which we are going to use today and see what adventures we have departing from Bathurst. Looks like we have 3 options to choose from. Because you're flying today and I'm having a sleep, managing the SkyPad, take a look at the 3 routes and click on the details button on which one you like the most. Great. Wool grease and fatty substances. I just gave the Strike a clean an hour ago. But if you must, the details button will show you extra information of the airport, such as runways, landing surfaces, and most important, runway's length. Payout figure for this trip is 432. I think 80-20 split seems fair, as you're new around here. Oh, yours is 20 by the way. Mine is 80. Time to click request job, then let's go when you're ready. You're still coming, aren't you? Now we move to the Manifest app. To organise our load, click on Manage Loads, then the Bring It button. This is where the magic happens and the Loadmaster will organise the cargo to be dropped off. Keep on his good side as he gets cranky in the mornings.
Reloading. Kick tires, lap fires.
Now it's time for you to earn the big bucks. Wake me up when we are ready for taxi. Well, I guess it must be time to get going. I hope you programmed today's flight plan into the GPS, but just in case, Ivana has told me to keep a close eye on you. I will program a direct flight into the YoFly app to track today's flight. Let's just call it a test drive, shall we? You can create a direct flight plan by clicking the top right blue icon, then Fly Direct. This will create a direct flight plan on a moving map. You can even zoom in to see the runway directions. There are 3 view options in the YoFlight app: 3D, point to point, and follow. We'll be going to use the 3D map to start with. Okay, time to taxi to the runway. Let's hope you can taxi better than your pre-flight. As you can see on the SkyPad, the moving map is tracking our movement. One thing I forgot to ask, did you check the weather today? Let's check the Skyblog. It keeps track of the weather and all the aircraft movements. Looks like we missed the altitude pressure. On the other hand, visibility for the flight looks good. We have some overcast clouds at about 6,500. We will keep below that as I want to stay VFR today. We are taking off runway 35 from Bathurst today all the way to Nyngan. You have control. Ooh, please wake me up when we're halfway there for a little bit of coffee. Coffee time yet? Let's see what you've been up to. Oh no! Did you forget to put the GPS on? You can't fly in a straight line. Ivana was right when she told me I need to keep an eye on you. Let's check out the sky blocks. Remember when I said keep under 6,500 feet? Wow. Let me show you how to put on the GPS and we'll start descending. I don't feel like coffee right now, so wake me up when we're on approach. But remember to take some photos of the flight using the sky block. You've only got 12 photos to look like a great captain. Well, it looks like you got us to the right place in one piece so far. Well, I've never been to this airport before. You're not doing a bad job after all. I tell you what, if you can land under 100 feet per minute, I will give you 80% and I will take 20. Good luck. Happy landings. Only if I wish there was one way we could measure how good that landing was. It felt pretty good. Actually, that's right. There is a way that we can check how good that landing was. Let's have a look at the data. Well, not bad after all. Looks like more Sky Park adventures are on the horizon for you. Please keep taxiing to parking. I really hope I don't have to give the strike a bath again after this flight. Park here just on the left. This looks like a real nice spot. Please shut down the engines and I will show you how to unload the aircraft using the SkyPad. To complete the flight, click on the Manifest app, then the Unload button. From there you'll have the funds transferred to your bank account. Oops, looks like all the funds were transferred to my bank account instead. I'm really sorry about that. I guess it's my turn to buy lunch. Do you feel like hot dogs at all? Well, you do. That's great. Well, let's take a look at the Skyblog over lunch. I will give Ivana a call and let her know that you'll be flying the return leg back to Bathurst. I need to catch up on some paperwork or have a nap. I hope you enjoyed your first flight with us at the Sky Park and best of luck with your adventures.
Thank you all. So, looks like we're out of time. We are going to all be at the Orbex booth today, so please do stop by and play with the SkyPad. We'll have it set up on the sim machine there as well. And what's cool is we actually can access that flight too. So it's actually pretty amazing. Thank you all for being here today. I'm happy we unveiled the box, and I'm sure you're happy that it wasn't loot boxes in your sim. Once again, my name is Edson Soriano, Parallel 42. Thanks, guys.